Hey y'all, what's going on? This is your girl Indigo. Welcome to Indigo's house, y'all. What's up, Vampire Coma? How y'all doing? Come on in, sit on down, take off your shoes and set a spell, y'all. Welcome again to the Enchanted YouTube Forest Mystical Creatures finale. Yes, that's what's up. Hey, Fundi, how y'all doing? Welcome to everybody that's in the chat and those that are in the bushes. Please hit that like button, share, and subscribe if you already have not. All right, what's up, Navi? How y'all doing? Whoo, y'all. I have had so much fun with the mythical creatures, but today is the finale. Oh, one of my co-hosts is already in the house. Let me bring her up.
Good evening.
What's up, lady?
Hey, I'm sitting here stuffing my face, and I was sitting here because I got some Blitch's brew, and I said I was going to ask you about what I'm trying to do.
Oh, Lord. Must we do this every single time?
Yes.
Hi.
And this what it is. This what it is. Hey, y'all. This session is being brought to y'all by Blitch's Brew. Oh, God. I got tired tongue. And tonight I'm drinking on elderberry, y'all.
Elderberry. Now we know why your tongue is tied.
I ain't had none yet.
Okay.
But this session is brought to us by the Blitch's Brew. And you could go ahead and get your brew at www.masterfundifeed.com. Go on over there, and you can also use your code Indigo and get your, is it 15% off?
15% off side-wide on your purchases.
There we go. So now my question, hey Shree. So my question is, can I take a capful like this? Take just a capful like this.
Oh, here she go, y'all.
Like this. Because you know how my capfuls normally be. So like this. Can I take a capful of my wine and mix it over in my elderberry syrup?
You can you can put anything with your elderberry syrup. You know, you want to be a healthy wino, you know.
Yes.
You just go right ahead and try that out.
You know,
I'm still waiting for my wine.
Oh Lord.
I ain't got nothing to do with it.
We got problems.
You know, this is USPS and no.
This is part of a batch that I done had, you know, a while yonder back. You know, I got.
Oh, Fundi says in the travel bag. All right, go ahead.
This box ain't nothing but wine. Nothing but wine in here.
And then she got to show off. Could you please, cut the camera out. We still having these technical difficulties, and it's better
I just did.
Okay, well, it's short on my end then. It's short on my end. All right.
Is it better now? Is it better?
Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate you.
You know, I just needed, because I'm finna get, a little twisted.
Yes, you could put. Fee says you could put anything with the wine, so elderberry syrup will work. Yes.
Okay. Thank you. You know, because I didn't want to mess my syrup up by putting the wine over in there, and then it be all tainted and can on.
No, it's fine.
And then I'd be like, Indigo.
They're both all natural, no preservatives. You can mix them; it will be fine.
Okay. Because you know me. You know me. I'm just saying.
I got you.
Okay.
As I was saying, y'all.
Hi to the chat.
Hey to the chat. Mute.
As I was saying, y'all, this has been a wonderful run with the mystical creatures in the enchanted forest. But this is our finale tonight. Tonight we will be talking about the basilics, dwarves, and giants. However, this is not the end. We are going into another series, y'all. We next time we come back, we'll be talking about angels and demons. We'll be talking about the different types of demons. We will also be talking about the different types of angels.
Oh, sucker now.
Yeah, we're gonna get into it.
Hold on. Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So you mean there's a classification on the demons?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
There's classifications on everything. We human beings. That's what we do. Classify.
Baby, there's levels to
Hell,
this
you know,
shit.
I just throw them all in one category. A demon is a demon, shit.
Oh, hell no. You can't do that. There's lesser demons. There's upper demons. There's some demons in the middle. Then there's them hood demons, you
And
know.
there's fallen angels.
Oh, yeah.
That
Yeah.
is true.
Yeah.
I did not look at it from that perspective because hell, once they're a demon, I just think of them as a damn demon.
Then
And
we got
just
some
like
of those.
go
Then we
ahead,
got
I'm
some of
sorry.
those that come in the middle that are not angel nor are they demon. They just somewhere in the middle.
So what the hell is they called then?
We're gonna get into
Human.
that. Let's not put the cart before the horse. We're gonna get into
Yes,
that.
ma'am. Okay, I'm gonna be quiet, mute.
Well, all right. Oh my goodness. Like I was saying, y'all, we're going to get into the basilics, the dwarves, and the giants. Some very interesting creatures to end this series on, y'all. Because I want to keep y'all interested. I want to keep your attention. So, we don't want this to get boring for you. So we're going to go into some more interesting things.
I want to be interesting and interested.
Well, all right, all right. Now I'm going to put on my glasses. Of course, you cannot see me in my glasses. I was in a hurry trying to be semi on time tonight. I didn't have time to pull it all together. And y'all might think that we went into the demon session a little bit early if I would have showed up on camera. Yeah, we don't want that. So, all right. See if I can see out my glasses. It's bad when you can't see out your own damn glasses. That's bad. All right. I figured that we would start out talking about the basilics. Y'all know what the basilic is, right? I'm sure everybody's seen it at least one. If you watch Harry Potter or whatever, you heard about the basilics.
Oh, ma'am, I did
Okay.
not watch Harry Potter.
I did.
I watched it. Let me guess. Awareness, that was one of the things that you sheltered yourself from.
Yes,
Awareness.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, we're
That's
gonna
a
let
yes,
that
ma'am,
pass.
and a yes, ma'am.
We're gonna let that pass for the moment. We understand you lived a sheltered life, but we're gonna move on. So, y'all, let's get into it. And by the way, if there's anybody that wants to jump in anywhere, feel free to hit the link. If you have something that you want to ask, you are more than welcome to come up on panel. We just can't cam up because I got a weak signal. We still working on the Wi-Fi. I got the Wi-Fi, but my signal ain't strong. So y'all know how that is. I'm in the hood. All right. So and Tron be all up on my Wi-Fi. I don't know how to get them off. So, but let me ask before I get started. Are there any announcements, or would you like to make your announcements later? Anybody got anything they want to say before I get started?
I got an announcement.
Yes, ma'am.
You have an
Please
announcement? Go
hit
ahead.
the like.
Say what?
Please hit the like.
Oh, okay. All right. Yes, please hit the like, share, subscribe, support. $ Blues Indigo. When you get a chance, visit www.houseindigosblues.com. All right. Now, moving on. Let's get into it. The basilics is a legendary reptile reputed to be a serpent king who can cause death with a single glance. It is reported to be a fabulous North African serpent whose deadly touch and poisonous breath withered plants and killed men. Said to be born from a union of serpents and roosters, looking akin to its cousin, a bird lizard hybrid, the cockatrice. That's a hell of a name to go through life with, cockatrice.
But birds and lizards are related according to the whole dinosaur theory.
True that, true that, true that. But this one is supposedly a mixture, the roosters and the serpents got together and did the wild thing and came up with some wild children. That's really wild. Now I got a little bit of a backstory on the Basilics, y'all. Bear with me because I'm not only looking at written notes, I'm also looking at my phone because your sis got lazy. I ain't gonna even lie, I did. So let's see here. It says the Basilics is produced in the province of Cyrene, being not more than 12 fingers long or in length. I don't know if fingers meant feet back at that time or what. I don't know, but it said fingers. Okay. It says it has a white spot on its head resembling a sort of diadem. When it hisses, all the other serpents fly from it, and it does not advance its body like the others by the succession of folds, but moves along upright and erect upon the middle. It destroys all shrubs, not only by its contact, but those even that it has breathed upon. Now, let me move on. Okay, I'm going to take my glasses off. I can't even see my damn glasses. It said it burns up all the grass too and breaks the stones. So tremendous is its noxious influence. It was formerly a general belief that if a man on horseback killed one of these animals with a spear, the poison would run up the weapon and kill not only the rider, but the horse as well. That's some hella venom, don't you think?
So is.
Yep.
Mean Dean, welcome to the chat. Welcome to Indigo's house. And happy new moon to you. Or is it a
Happy
full
full
moon? The
wolf
full wolf moon, that
moon.
is.
Yeah, full wolf moon.
All right. It says, to this dreadful monster, the effluvium, excuse my language, y'all know I can't pronounce stuff. The effluvium of the weasel is fatal, a thing that has been tried with success. For kings have often desired to see its body when killed. So true is it that it has pleased nature that there should be nothing without its antidote. The animal is thrown into the hole of the basilisk, which is easily known from the soil around it being infected. The weasel destroys the basilisk by its odor, but dies itself in the struggle of nature against its own.
I got a
Now,
question.
go
Go ahead,
ahead.
finish. No, finish.
I was just about to say how bad you got the smell,
I
just
was
by your smell alone.
well, I was about to say, can we consider that there are certain content creators that think they the weasel, but it's actually the basilisk?
That's a good question. And I would
Or-
think so.
But
But
that's going over a lot of people's heads.
I would like to, just say this right here. Um, our protocol here, we don't mention no names, so we're gonna leave it up to your own imagination who these said content creators might be. But given that description, I think that is a valid point you made there, Shree. Now that I think about it,
It can
that's a
kind
valid.
of sometimes I do stuff like that.
I could think of a couple. He said, I guess it said if it's going down, it's taking this killer down with. It went in there to take the killer down. You're right. You said should have named this one Funky Creatures of Never.
Ah,
No, you wrong for that. Well, I'm gonna leave that alone. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that alone because I can't trust my mouth. I really can't. But yes, it's talking about, that's the only thing that could kill a basilisk. Well, not the only thing, because it said if one was killed from horseback. And see, that's what gets me. You shoot it with a spear, and the venom will travel up the spear like it had a life of its own, and not only kill the rider, but it's gonna kill the horse too.
That funk infectious.
Okay. What is it gonna splash on the horse? Or when it travels, I'm having a hard time understanding that one. But I don't want to be the horse nor that rider, because I'm thinking this thing is huge. I wish I could have had the pictures to show y'all, but all the pictures that I saw of it, it looked something like, what we have now, like the anaconda. It looked huge.
Yeah, I got another question or point I want to make. When you talk about this basilisk, the one word that comes to my head is toxic. And how
Yeah.
many toxic people are not only on these YouTube streets, but in your life that you just want to run from, like you don't even want to be the weasel. You don't
Well,
want to be the rider. You don't want to be the horse. You don't want to be none of them.
that's true, because it did say something in there that anything it breathed on, it didn't have to bite you. It didn't have to spit on you. Nothing. It just breathed on you and you withered and died. It killed plant and man alike just by its toxic breath. And that does bring to mind being around some people, the things that come out of their mouth is just toxic as hell.
And thank goodness there's no smell-o-vision on these YouTube streets.
I beg to differ.
Ha ha!
I beg to differ on that point, madam. Because
They
I've
got
been around
smell-o-vision
some.
on YouTube.
Navi said gingivitis. Lord. Navi, what we gonna do with you tonight? I see you got time tonight, Navi. Lord have mercy.
Navi, I'm glad you safe though.
Not
Okay.
that kind of jokes tonight.
But, I'm just thinking about, we have weasels in this day and time, and we talking about weasels way back then. My thing is, I've never really seen a weasel face. Well, I take that back. I've seen some on YouTube. But a real live animal weasel, I've never seen face to face. I've seen pictures of it, so I wouldn't know anything about its smell. I wonder if they still have that odoriferous trait.
That's a good question.
Yeah, because we do have animals that are considered prehistoric animals that are still living today. I know of a prehistoric animal on YouTube. Anyway, moving along.
So I got another question for you, Teach.
Yeah.
Would the weasel be considered a martyr or like a martyr?
It would seem so, but yeah, I would see so, because it's thrown into the pit of the basilics, which is another thing. Is
And
the
when I say
basilic
martyr, I mean
into a
like a
viper?
suicide bomber martyr. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it doesn't throw itself in there. Somebody has to throw it in. It said that it was thrown into the pit.
Oh,
It
so it
didn't say
didn't
it
do it
jumped
on
in
its
itself.
own. Oh, well then maybe it's not a martyr then.
Okay. Well, see, this is what gets me, how do I put this?
Can you be a real weasel willing to throw yourself into the basilisk?
Well, we've seen in life, just in general, that there are some people that like to play martyr, or martyr themselves. I think it was more of a sacrifice Someone else sacrificed its life more than, it martyred itself. I guess it could go both ways.
I got a real serious question. Would Jesus be considered the weasel?
Say what now?
Would Jesus be considered a weasel going into the basilisk? Knowing, well, yeah, not knowing, well, you know what? We can't consider Jesus that either because he knew what was going to happen. He just ain't like it. All right, next question.
Okay. Well, all right then.
I'm thinking like the weasel didn't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? They just took the weasel and threw him in there, and the only thing the weasel could do was fart or do whatever odoriferous thing that it do. Whereas Jesus, he found out what he had to do. He ain't want to do it, but he had to go in there and kill the basilisk in a way. And then you got these martyrs, these other human beings that know exactly what's going to happen, and they're more than willing to do it.
Well, see, that's the way I took it. It was thrown in, kind of like being in the Roman Coliseum and they throw you in there with the lions. You just have to fight for your life and use whatever you got at hand.
Now,
And if
Fee said yes. What's Fee saying yes to? Everything?
I guess you were saying yes to what you were talking about. I can't see the chat, chick.
Oh, I don't know the timing.
I catch every fourth comment that pop up being here in StreamYards. StreamYards. Mm. He said the weasel knew it was some chickens in the hen. Navi is on one tonight. Okay. But like I said, I don't think it knew what was happening, but in the instance that it was thrown into that situation, it used what it had at hand. Like, it was a natural defense mechanism. You know what I'm saying? But landing on the soil around it, it said the soil was that was around it was infected. So you hit that soil, you gonna die. You in there with that breath. I mean, and that was the thing that I was wondering just a few minutes ago. It was saying in some other literature that I was reading that the basilics dwelled in a pit. Does that make it kin to vipers, or were vipers something that it evolved into, or a cousin, or something like that?
You know what? I would think it more like, okay, remember, was it the Empire Strikes Back? With Jabba the Hutt, where they tried to
Yeah.
make Luke Skywalker and Han Solo walk into that thing. It was like in a pit.
Right. Right.
I'm thinking the basilisk was more like that.
Hmm.
Because it had
Well,
to
I
come from
guess.
somewhere deep, or else the whole world would have been infected with a smell and thing.
Well, I would think so, but when it was above ground, I mean, you ain't, to my knowledge, ain't no bushes below ground. It might be, I don't know. But it said it killed everything it came in contact with. Bushes a lot. All it had to do was breathe on the bush. Could you imagine the breath on that thing? If you breathe on a bush, it just fall over.
That's just death itself. That's death, period.
True. Oh, Fee said they're kin to cobras.
Yeah, I just read that. But don't the cobra got to strike and bite you before anything? Because I don't think a cobra is like an anaconda where it could like grab you and squeeze your ass.
No, cobras have to
Swallow
bite
you
you, but
or
I also
swallow
know
you.
that cobras do spit venom, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I know they spit the venom.
Well, they can spit as well as bite, and either one is deadly.
Oh, see, I ain't know a cobra could spit.
Yeah, I don't think I would want to find out in person as well.
Navi said Pepe Le Pew like a skunk. But that's
Hey, we're not gonna use that Pepe Le Pew. That's one of my nicknames.
yeah, but the
Because
skunk
like,
don't mess with the plants. The skunk, Pepe Le Pew was a perv, but the skunk don't mess
hey,
with the plants.
look, I'm not gonna have you talking about Pepe like that. That is one of my nicknames due to the skunk stripe I have in my hair, and I'm not a good creep.
My grandma used to be called skunk hair, but not Pepe Le Pew.
Well, I've been called Pepe. It said, are cobras the ones that hypnotize? Yes. No, no problem, Navi. There's no way that you could have known that Pepe was, one of my, nicknames. But hey, it's just all good.
Do
Well,
cobras hypnotize or do they get hypnotized?
I think it goes both ways.
That's crazy right there.
I wouldn't want to look one in the eye, no way, man.
That's a fact. I'm looking at his teeth.
I'm not looking at no parts of it.
Well, you gotta look because if you turn around, that snake's faster than you, girl. It might bite you on your ankle.
Look here. That thing will eat dust because if I see it before it sees me, I'm out of there.
All right, Speedy Gonzalez.
Don't play with me. I just look like this. I can still move when it's necessary. Okay? Don't let the chubbiness fool you. No, I'm not putrid. No, I'm not putrid.
Only said that they are hypnotists.
Yes. Which that brings another thing in mind. I mean, I know we're a little bit off subject here, but if cobras are hypnotists, yeah, because they do hypnotize, they prey. You right, Fondy, you right.
But this is the last one, so we can go off topic as much as we please, no?
True that, true that. And you say that's why you don't look at basilics in the eye. Yes, and it does say that it can kill you by just staring at you. You right.
Like
You
Medusa.
right. Say that.
Like Medusa.
Look, we're not gonna bring our sister into this. Medusa, she did something noble if we remember what her sacrifice was, okay?
No, I'm not saying she bad. They got the same kind of power.
Oh yeah, that's true. Turning the stone and stuff. Yeah, that's right. But yeah, but see that bring if a cobra is a hypnotist and they can hypnotize, you right, because in the Jungle Book it was showing the snake was hypnotizing Moby or whatever his name is. You right. Mowgli. I don't know why I forget that name. I don't know why I forgot that name because one of my kids' nickname is Mowgli. But anyway, we're not gonna go into that either. But my thing is, why do they have all these snake charmers that I guess it's like what, a battle of the wheels or whatever, because they say they hypnotize the snakes or whatever, but at the same time the snake can hypnotize you. That's some dangerous ish. That's a pretty dangerous ish.
You know what's crazy though? In India, most of those snake charmers use music. They don't look at the snake.
True. That is true.
And maybe that's because and they use particular snakes. They use snakes that they know will, you know what I'm saying, be charmed more than others. You rarely see them with the king cobra unless that snake charmer had that king cobra from, long, long time.
But are you really gonna trust a snake, period? Haven't we had enough experiences with trusting snakes?
I don't trust no snake, Wody. I ain't from India.
I ain't from India, but I am on YouTube, and I've seen a couple of them slithering around here. The forest is full of them.
Yeah, but that don't mean I gotta trust them.
No, I'm just saying. But anyway, we're gonna move along to our next one. Unless anybody else has anything they wanna, add to the conversation on Basilics. No? Going once? Going twice? Well, all right there. Auntie, you pretty silent over there. How deep are you sipping on that bleach brew?
I'm good over here.
I didn't ask if you were good, Auntie. I said that you were unusually quiet.
I'm thinking and meditating. I'm taking all this in.
You know what? Normally I would believe you. But something, just, something.
Down in your shundo?
Down in my shana now is telling me that is not the truth. But I'm going to let you ride for right now. But I'm going to need you to be, I mean, you are the co-host. You supposed to be putting in some info in this, ma'am.
Yes.
Good. Moving right along. Let's
Thank you.
let's get
We
into
gonna
some
move right
dwarves.
along.
Mm.
I ain't got to sipping yet. I just finished my food.
Navi said they just watched a quick vid about the Basilics. It ran across the water. Lord, it ran across the water. Said that was
They called
hilarious.
it
Said
the
they called
Jesus
it the
Christ
Jesus
lizard.
Christ lizard.
Look at that. And didn't I talk about Japhas?
You sure did. You sure did. You brought that up.
Japhas
The
coming.
Jesus Christ lizard. Mm.
Hey, Japhas, you got a whole lot of lizards out here. Come pick their asses up, Japhas. Come on, hurry up now.
Look, I just said I don't want to play with no snakes, no lizards, no basilics,
Girl, your
nothing.
name ain't
Hold
Japhas.
on.
Your name ain't Japhas.
Hold on. I always wanted a lizard and a snake.
You can't even watch Harry Potter and you want to listen to the
I wanted a lizard and a snake, and my dad told me, no, ma'am.
What kind of bizarro world shit is this? You should have not listened to your daddy and watched some Harry Potters.
You say you hope him and Peter didn't walk like that. It was suspect as hell. I bet. Yeah, okay, but Shree
Nah,
has a good
B.
point. Shree
Now
has a
Navi
good
gonna have me
point.
trying to track this doggone video down.
Wait, do I got a point about Harry Potter and hunting like the snake?
Yes.
What about me
How,
and Harry Potter and me liking a snake? I am missing the whole total shebang.
how in the huckabuck hell can you not watch Harry Potter and the Basilics and but you want a live and living color snake or a lizard?
Yes, I want a full-fledged lizard. Yes, ma'am.
Why?
Cause
Listen,
they
in
so
my
pretty.
you don't want no lizard. They annoying as hell. They climb up your walls and shit. I mean the little baby ones too. They be nibbling on shit. Like, come on, no, you don't want that. No.
That's why you keep them in little tank and stuff.
You think they can't get out?
Listen, the West Indian country that I'm from ain't no tank to keep them in. They running wild like roaches and rats in the Bronx.
No, thank you. I don't do rats, hamsters, or gerbils neither. They all rodents.
Oh no, I don't fool with them. No,
And I
no,
don't play
ma'am.
with
Oh,
rabbits
no,
neither.
ma'am. No,
I don't
ma'am.
play
If
with
I see
rabbits.
a
They end up
rodent,
being
I'll
long,
pack
dead
up and move
rodents.
for a week. You know, because it's either me or the rodent. No, no,
And
ma'am.
I have seen an anaconda face to face, touch one, everything. And don't be, no, baby,
No, thank you.
no, mama, no.
Navi said her sister wanted a snake, but they ended up with an huh?
Oh, what that?
Alligator.
Navi, was they in Florida?
How y'all end up with a pet alligator?
In Florida is possible.
And I don't know. I don't want to sound ignorant or anything, but I would think with all the alligator stories I hear about, them jokers just crawl up in your backyard, you know? I saw a video of one of them climbing a fence. I don't play with them.
In the other Caribbean country where I'm from, I see crocodiles and alligators in the water.
Well, don't get me wrong. I'll eat an alligator though. I will eat one.
Oh, she said no, Callie.
Oh hell no. Hell no.
That don't even sound right, but I hear they got some exotic creatures out there. They be keeping all kind of crazy things out there.
I'm
Hold
sorry. The
on.
closest I'm gonna get to a
Didn't
gator,
didn't
you better be frozen, skinned, and in the freezer section.
now they taste mighty tasty now.
That's what
Who
I'm
is
saying.
tasty? Alligators?
Yes, I done had
Yeah,
me some alligator and it was mighty tasty.
girl,
Listen,
alligator tell us stuff.
you know what is tasty that y'all probably will never eat?
What?
Piranha.
What?
Who?
Piranha.
No,
I
no.
tried.
I don't think I want to.
They
I've,
tasty.
I've seen one of them.
I tried.
In one of the Caribbean countries I'm from, they call it pirate. It's not a piranha. It's not like the short. stocky piranhas. It's like a longer version, but they got the same type of teeth and they from the same family. They tasty.
Okay, don't they eat people?
They can bite, yeah, they can bite and chew people and things like that, but you just don't be in their waters.
Then you got to get in the water to catch them.
That's for them people to deal with. I just ate the shit. I ain't catch the shit.
I know that's right.
You know,
I
I'm
ain't
with
catching
Navi. I don't
shit.
want none niggas gonna bite me back. I bite it and it bites me back. I don't want none of that. Just like, you know, the old folks used to eat beef tongue. I would not eat that stuff. I don't want to bite into nothing that could taste me back. I'm sorry.
Lord, Lord, Lord,
No.
Lord,
I'm
Lord.
trying to think if I ate anything that could bite me back besides the pea rye. I think that's it.
I'm finna move along.
Can't
Cause
tuna bite your ass back?
I wouldn't know. Mine comes in a can. It don't do much biting.
See?
By the time I get it, it's either in a can or it's laying over there in the butcher section, already filleted and ready to go into a skillet.
Navi, you ain't right.
Oh, what
Exactly,
Navi
Candy.
say?
You know what? I'm not playing with Navi tonight. I am not playing with her tonight. Moving on, y'all. Let's get into these dwarves because I found them quite um interesting. And that was what I found most interesting about most of our subjects that we have tonight is that most of them it's kind of funny how the mythos flow from one region to the other. They're not exactly just Greek, but they show up in Greek mythology.
Now, who we
You know,
finna talk about next?
dwarves.
The midgets.
Wait, I
Lord,
already got a question, but I'm gonna wait for sis to finish saying whatever.
We finna talk about the midgets.
this girl. Okay.
Okay.
Let's move on. Midget. Think they like to be called small people.
Okay, the
But
little
it depends, because remember, they got hobbits, so you can't do it like that, awareness.
the little people.
Yeah, short folk matter.
Mm. Okay. A dwarf. It's German in nature. Okay. Is a certain kind of invisible being in the pre-Christian mythology and religion of the Norse and other Germanic peoples.
Invisible.
What's invisible about them?
Can I continue? Moving right along.
Yeah.
It's that no one really knows what the word dwarf and its cognates originally meant, but there's no indication that it had anything to do with a small stature.
Yeah, awareness.
A characteristic which is never mentioned in ancient descriptions of these beings.
See, I'm gonna
However,
ask my question. Go ahead, finish up, because this is interesting.
however, what was interesting to me is that it says that they were supposed to be invisible, but I'm thinking that depends on which culture is talking about them because it gives a description of them. It says that the dwarves are pitch black in appearance and
What?
live underground. And I don't know how to say this, so y'all forgive me. It says Svartalhim or Svartalvim or something like that. A place which is probably thought of as a labyrinthine complex of mines and forges.
Okay, can you pause 1 second, Navi? You said, are they like elves? I'm thinking in terms of Lord of the Rings, they're more like the freaking goblins. Cause my question to Indigo was, are they like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs? Or are they like the Lord of the Ring dwarf? But none of them was invisible, yo. And if she say they pitch black, they like them little goblins in the fucking Lord of the Rings that wanted to eat the hobbits, yo.
Well, I'm thinking they're more of the
Oh,
shapeshifter variety, or they can transform. They can go back and forth from being visible to invisible. That's what I'm getting from it.
Oh.
But there's a little bit more on it.
Okay.
It
We
says the
list.
let's see, let me catch up. It said the dwarves are pitch black in appearance and live underground in a place that's probably thought of as a labyrinthine complex of mines and forges. The dwarves are most often noted for being extremely skilled smiths and craftspeople. Among the many irreplaceable treasures created by them, and again, these unpronounceable things that my Texas tongue can't really get to, the Mjolnir, the hammer of Thor. So they created the hammer of Thor. The chain that
That's a
bound the
decent
wolf.
pronunciation.
What?
I said that's a decent pronunciation.
Well, thank you. I'm trying. This other one, I ain't gonna even play. Glipnir, the chain that bound the wolf Fenrir when all other fetters failed. Skidbladner, a ship which belongs to the friar and always has a favorable wind. The Gungnir, the spear of Odin. The Dropnir, a ring owned by Odin. The Brisingamen, a magnificent necklace owned by Freya. And the long golden hair of Sif, Thor's wife. Yeah, these are things that were supposedly created by dwarves. There were four very notable dwarves, which this is interesting. Catch this, if I can pronounce it right. Austri, Vestri, Nordri, and Sudri. Translation: East, West, North, and South.
Yep,
That
I was just
hold
repeating it.
aloft the four corners of the sky, evidencing their colossal strength. Ain't that interesting?
Yes, very. Now, can I say something to Mean Dean? Remember in the Lord of the Rings, the orcs came from the elves. It was the goblins that raised them. You know what I'm saying? Especially when the orcs became like clones and stuff, because they ain't had no elves to turn evil no more. So the goblins was the ones that took care of the orcs, and the orcs sometimes killed them. Them is the troll. I mean the dwarves. That what they sound like. Yeah.
Navi says she going straight to hell with short people. Oh, you know what?
I am too, cause I ain't gonna say what I thought, but and I'm gonna keep my hellish thoughts to myself.
Listen, I'm short and I know I'm going to hell and jail. So what?
Oh Lord, here we go, y'all. Now this was interesting. Interesting. It said the lines between dwarves, elves, and dead humans are very blurry.
Hmm.
The dwarves
How?
are occasionally called black elves, and in some instances, they're described as being dead or resembling human corpses.
Just like the goblins in Lord of the Rings. And look how the orcs look. Because I always thought in Lord of the Rings the orcs was the black people. But I guess they was the goblins too. Go ahead.
That's basically the description I got. Now, what got me is, I would think that what you say, Navi said apparently short, invisible people with jewelry. Navi, have you been sipping on bleach brew?
Sure, I wish I would. Well, I got Texas style things going on.
Oh Lord. She said short, invisible people with jewelry.
I ain't got no jewelry on.
Lord, help us all.
I
But I
do.
want to be invisible. I would love to be invisible.
Well, I try my hardest to be invisible, but certain people be seeing me. I be
Yeah, but
trying.
being in the shadow and being invisible ain't exactly the same, because once you be invisible in the shadow too, and nobody can see your ass.
Well, I be trying, but I think I'm losing my touches.
But
Shree,
you
when
just
we
be in the
first met,
shadow.
huh?
You just be in the shadow.
Yeah, but when we first met, I was trying to be invisible and everybody saw me.
I was up under you, so hey, of course I saw your ass.
Well,
I'll be the one right there next to you, like, come on, what you doing here? You in my spot.
hey, look, I got there first. That's all I can say.
Ha ha.
You had to beat me. That's
Mm,
gonna be pretty hard.
mm,
But
mm.
what got me is the description of them being pitch black. And I would think, in my mind, that would come from them being in underground and in the mines. You know, they said that they were, smiths and craftspeople.
Yeah, they were
But
servants. Everybody hates black people. Why? Because we build shit. We closest to the creator. Stop that fucker, yo. Big ups to the dwarves, yo. Fuck that.
but get this, this was something notable. It said that they could not stand sunlight either.
Oh no, I love sunlight, baby. That ain't me.
Yeah, they said that they lived underground and they could not stand sunlight.
See, we different. We like to be in the shadow, but we like sunlight too.
They went
Some,
they
some
they
folk
were
don't like
supposedly not
sunlight though.
crazy about the gods either, which was really funny to me that they have a big similarity to Cyclops.
Who
Okay?
the
Hold on,
dwarf?
say that again. Say that again.
They have a similarity to Cyclops in some of their, some of the descriptions about them about being underground. They can't stand sunlight. They always
Oh yeah,
underground, and they were smiths and craftspeople, meaning they, they were iron workers, like blacksmiths.
yeah. They
Okay.
would they would be like mole people, kind of blind if they underground the whole time and they ain't got much light. But they would need fire and stuff.
Well, I get that, but that's not, like direct sun exposure. But it was said that it either turned them to stone or to dust when they went in the sun.
I like being a black person, but I can't be these dwarves and goblins and things. I need a better thing to be that's suited for black people like myself. I don't like the way they putting black people right now.
Well, look at this. When I was researching, I came across some stuff about Cyclops, with the giants and everything, right? But it says Cyclops were like servants and they weren't particular about the gods and particularly Zeus in general, but they were servants to a certain god, and they were inside a volcano, and they were like blacksmiths as well because they were the ones that made certain swords and things like that, but they also provided Zeus with his weapon. Now, don't you think that's strange that you provided a weapon for something that you can't stand? You say mean they get ashy. Really, Fee? You sipping on the bliss brew too, ain't you?
Yeah,
So
she
hold
laughing.
on. Hold on. So you mean to tell me these little people, I'ma just call it like it is. You mean to tell me these little niggas was underground and they
Yeah.
didn't like the dang on sun, and then these monsters over here want to stay underground and make weapons?
Well, it's not so much that they wanted to stay underground, but they were servant to a particular god, and they were mostly noted to be inside the a volcano underground. Close to the fire. Don't you think if you a blacksmith, in back in them days, natural fire,
Oh,
that's
so they was a slave,
yeah,
basically.
yeah.
So they was a nigga and they was a slave, and they was working underground with no sun, no sunlight. They was just dirty, working
See,
under poor conditions and
that's why
everything.
I don't like that depiction. Cause I ain't grow up as no slave like that, so I can't like that.
What you say, Odin too, Fee? Huh? Yeah. The dwarves made weapons and things like that for Odin, but they wasn't crazy about these gods. And that's
And
where it got me, where these mythos cross over, because
Oh,
they were Norse in nature. This was from the Norse, like the Vikings. These were Viking mythical creatures.
But they
So
are
I
white
got a
people though.
question. I
Okay.
got a question. Why did the cyclones? Why they walked around with this with the one eye looking like a freakazoid?
Hold on, I got even a better question that probably Fee could understand. The Oculus, Fee, is that representative of the Cyclops?
I'm glad you asked that question.
Let's answer awarenesses first.
Uh, Awareness, repeat your question again.
Why were they born or made to walk around with the eye in the middle of the head?
Okay,
I mean, because that looks like
this
really
will answer
freaky.
both. This will kind of answer. Well, it will kind of feed into both of y'all's question. Okay. Now, the story of the Cyclops is that they were the children of Typhon, I think Typhon and Gaia. Okay, Gaia meaning Mother Earth, and
Yeah.
they were produced because Typhon was castrated by his son, and the blood that resulted from that fell on Gaia and produced children. That is the way the story was told to me. Okay, and it was said that the reason why the Cyclops only had one eye is because they gave the other eye for to be able to see the future. Okay, so after they saw the future, thereafter the only thing that they could see was the day of their death. So
That's
they
it.
gave their eye just to see what came in the future that one time, and thereafter the only thing that they could see was the day of their death.
So, sis, was it Clash of the Titans? One of them type of movies with the three witches, and they was blind, and they had that one eye where they could like see not only the thing but into the future. That
Yep.
could have been the other Cyclops eye.
And that's probably the eye that they gave up to see the future.
Ah,
See how all this ties in?
ham.
But that's what I was saying. And Mean Dean said that that the Greeks probably stole it from it, and I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it, because as we look at these mythical creatures, especially the Olympians, their story, I think, was stolen. Matter of fact, I think it was stolen, because if you look at all these gods, their stories resemble the story of Christ and God. If you look at the way they're set up.
And if it's set up like Christ and God, then it's set up like Isis and Osiris.
Bingo.
Yep.
So they're all interconnected. So what it leads to me is that each culture or each race of people took that story and they all twisted and turned it to fit their culture and their beliefs. They added, took away, put their own names on it, because Roman mythology is they have the same gods and goddesses, but they gave them different names. Did the same thing, different names. And I'm
That's a
taking it that's
fact.
the way it went.
Because with the werewolf, that's Romulus and Remus.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Navi. Yes.
The greatest story ever told. Correct. Correct.
Yup.
So let's see here.
Navi said Asar and Aset.
Yep.
Who knew the
I
greatest
agree.
story ever told had to be told 1,000,000,000 times in a billion different damn languages and still ain't understood for shit?
Well, they never
Exactly.
understood it, but I think it was their attempt for people to be able to relate to it because of the lifestyle that they lived, the culture that they lived in. So they modified it to fit them.
But hell, they confused folks. The masses got confused.
Well, that depends on which mass you're talking about. There are many masses.
And there's a story for that too.
True, there is. But if you look at it okay, let's go back and touch on something that I mentioned in the class that I gave. When I said in that class, for those of y'all that attended, I said that one of the skills and gifts of a teacher is being able to teach a subject in many different ways, because different people learn different ways. Not everybody learns on the same wave. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You have to be able to teach a subject or explain it at least 3 different ways, and that's minimum to be considered a good teacher. So
See,
when you look at these elders, when you look at these teachers and writers, they had to be able to tell these stories in such a way that everybody could relate to it, to understand it. Because you're looking at somebody in the Greek culture, they may not understand totally the customs and the language and the wording of an Egyptian, you know? And
Okay.
same for the Romans.
but the Romans did.
Well,
Remember, the
the
Romans
Romans
and the
did.
English had relation.
But think about the Norse people. Somebody in the Norse in the Norse culture heard this story and they took it back and they embellished it. It's just it's like rumors. You
Yeah,
got original story and somebody get it and they go tell somebody else and they add to it or take it away and it's embellished. And by the time it gets to the last person or even get back to the original person, it don't even sound the same.
like a game of telephone.
There you go.
Amen.
Okay. So we can look at it from that point of view. Each one took it and they interpreted it in a way that their people could understand and relate to the story. Change the names.
And that's another reason why there's like different stories of Genesis, or there's
Right.
different creation stories in the book of Genesis.
Correct. Say fish
And
stories and tall tales. Exactly.
I
Tall
guess
tales written by short ass people, Navi.
Who only you would say that, street. Only you.
I'm short, I can say it.
Hey, I ain't mad
you
at
ain't
you.
that short, Bree.
Huh?
You not that short.
What you mean?
You not that short.
I'm short enough. I like being a part of the short crew. Leave me alone.
RE, hey baby, how you doing? Thank you for coming to Indigo's house, baby.
Hey, Miss
Hi,
Art.
See
RE.
you. That's what's up. You what you say? Navi, LOL, and it got away from. You know what? Moving on.
Thank you for coming through, Miss RE. We appreciate you coming by tonight.
I sure do. Always good to see RE.
Navi, me and you gonna chill with Cerebus, yo.
You know what? Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
We
Moving on,
gonna
y'all.
smoke. We gonna smoke a big spliff with Cerebus, and we're gonna listen to Bob Marley for a couple of minutes. You know what I'm saying? And he gonna walk us in with a guarantee that we could come out to chill with him whenever the fuck we want. We can't get
You
out of
know what?
hell,
You
but we
keep
could just
on.
get
You
out and
keep
chill on the
on.
side whenever we want.
Well, RE, thank you. I'm hoping that you will come more often. We are this is like the finale. I think we've done either 4 or 5 before this, but this is the finale of Mystical Creatures, but we're getting ready to go into a new series. We're going into Angels and Demons, where we're going to be going through and looking at the variations of different demons on different levels and different types of angels, because a lot of people, when they speak of demons and angels, they clump them together and think an angel is an angel and a demon is a demon. I ain't gonna say no names, awareness, but anyway, yeah.
And you
Yeah.
know what? We can even go into, can angels and demons be interchangeable? Like you can go from an angel to a demon, back to an angel, back to a demon, because that's what some of these motherfuckers do out here.
Yeah.
Amen.
Navi, I think you've been sipping on it, because the first time you said drink Blotcher's brew in a goblet, then you went back to correct and it still came out Blotcher's brew. What are you drinking on tonight?
The autocorrect is drinking Blitch's brew. Ha ha.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna let y'all know I have the dragon's blood hemp on deck.
You
Oh,
gonna
and
leave my Navi
can I say
alone.
something? It's an announcement, and I know everybody forgot to say it, so that's why I'm gonna say it. Thank you to everybody that came to the What is a Teacher workshop that happened on the 23rd of January. Thank you, everybody. If you're in the chat, you came through. Thank you so much. And whenever the next one is, Miss Indigo will definitely tell your ass. All right, there you go.
Okay, I got one more. I got one more creature that we're gonna get into, which is giants. But I will say this. Oh my goodness. Can't believe I'm
Why
saying
you
it.
laughing, IE?
Can't believe I'm saying it. But yes, thank you to everybody that attended my class. I appreciate y'all for all the love and the support that y'all gave me. Y'all made me feel so much more comfortable with doing that. It was my first time out. So I want to thank y'all for being in attendance. I want to thank y'all all for the support. I got a lot of encouragement. And I just want to say I'm super, super grateful for that. I'm super grateful for all of y'all. Um, I will be doing another class. I have
Oh,
not I have not set a date,
oh,
but it will be next month.
oh,
Yes, and we will be talking about chromotherapy.
oh.
Yes.
I told you she tell your ass.
You told me what?
I said I told the chat that you would tell their ass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she made my light work a little bit easier because that was gonna be part of my announcements when you got through. I was gonna do my little announcements at the end because
Well, well,
I
we,
got the beg for
well,
our donations, for your Wi-Fi because
we will be announcing that again, and the price will still be $10 to get into that class. I'm gonna try to come up with a date.
I learned.
Don't worry,
So
next month ain't 3 days from now. It ain't that close.
Oh, you weren't even supposed to hear that. You weren't supposed to hear that.
we will be having a class next month on chromotherapy, where we will be digging into it and learning what chromotherapy is, how it helps you physically. It is a holistic treatment. Y'all know I love holistic medicine, cures, herbs, and all of that. So we're gonna dig into that, and it's super interesting, and you all will be surprised. Um, y'all will be so surprised that you are very familiar with it, even if you don't know it by that name. That's all I'm gonna tell you about. You got to come to class to get the rest of it. But it's gonna be $10 to get in as well. We will be taking pre-orders for it. I'm gonna try to come up with a date for it over this weekend, and there will be ads and flyers out here. I'm hoping on YouTube, IG, and Facebook, like I did the last one. It will be a Facebook Live. It will be privated. And as usual, if you can't attend that class, it will be available for you to watch afterwards. I suggest that everybody download it, save it, whatever, so you can go back over it and check out the information as you need it. Because once you pay for it, it's yours. All right. So,
Okay, I got one more question, but it's going back to what we talking about.
go ahead.
Is a Cyclops a dwarf or a giant?
It is thought of in the giant class, but when we get into giants, you will understand a little bit more about it because they are supposed to be kind of like, cousins, so to speak. Okay.
Oh shit!
Um,
I gotta take this shot.
Giants. It says in Greek and Roman mythology, the giants, also called gigantes, were a race of great strength and aggression, though not necessarily of great size. That was the interesting thing that I found, that even though they were called gigantes or giants, they were not necessarily huge, large, so to speak. Okay. It says they were known for the gigantomachy, I'm thinking, or got gigantomachia, their battle with the Olympian gods. So they apparently were battling the Olympian gods. And that goes back to where I was telling you about them not having much regard or respect or even liking the gods themselves.
Well, you know what's curious about that, Indigo? I'm gonna take you to the Bible real quick. You know the story of David and Goliath?
Correct.
I have read books and such that say that Goliath wasn't that tall. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Goliath was probably like Shaq's height, but the fact that most people back then were the
He's
size of
shorter.
like pygmies, yeah, they were super short. So of course, to a super short person, Goliath looked super big, but he wasn't that big.
Well, let me give you another interesting fact that I think I'm correct about it. That giants were descendants of the Nephilim.
Yeah, they say that in the Bible.
Yeah, they were descendants of the Nephilim, which were children that were born of the fallen angels and humans here on earth. So
That
they were larger in stature.
right, which is why the angels became dickless. Facts. But
Exactly.
that's another thing. We gonna yeah. I'm sorry, y'all.
Yeah, Fee said, but he was a giant. Yeah. But the thing about that is that this is something that bleeds over into real life. As with the Nephilim bleeds over into real life, because I have actually seen people that have 6 fingers and 6 toes. Right?
I know
That's
people
that's
with 6 fingers.
Yeah, that's a whole nother story there. We're gonna get into that. Yeah, Jack and the Beanstalk Norse folklore, folklore. But yeah, that falls in even with Native American folklore. Okay, with the 6 fingers and 6 toes, which is why they said how and put their hand up. Yeah, we're gonna get into that too. We gonna dig deep. We're gonna dig deep. But with the giants or whatever, we have people that are considered giants to this day. And I mean, they started unearthing skeletons of giants. They had giants in the Barnum and Bailey traveling shows. There were actually giants, and they have some that were what we consider giant, there's people that suffer from gigantism or whatever, that are 7, 8, 9 feet tall or more, but they've actually found some that were bigger than that. They found skulls that, a human body would fit into. They've actually found some of these relics and dug them up.
Yep. And I mean, they did have people taller than Shaq. There was that
Yeah.
Asian dude that was in one of them Rush Hour movies. He was taller than Shaq. He was considered the tallest man, but God bless him, he died.
Hell, Andre the Giant was considered a giant. He's a
That's a
big
fact.
dude. He was a big dude. But it says, let's see here. Where was I? It says, according to Hesiod, the giants were offspring of Gaia, the earth, born from the blood that fell from Uranus. That was the daddy's name, not Typhon, but Uranus. I stand corrected. Uranus, the sky, when he was castrated by his son, Titan, which was a Titan, his son Cronus. Cronus castrated his daddy, and when the blood fell and hit the earth, accordingly, that's how the giants were created.
Wait a
Because
minute, wasn't Kronos the daddy of Zeus and all of them? He was the All Father, right?
that's what I'm getting.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, there was also a King Kronos. Interesting. There's gonna be more research for me, even though this is the last one we got. That's interesting. I'm gonna have to look into that.
But if you
But
notice, most of these mythologies, no matter what the culture is, they have a god version and a king and queen human version.
yeah, Navi, you are correct, because I was actually reading something on that last night. Nilotes considered the tallest, darkest, and thinnest people on earth. They are really dark. When you say blue, black, when you say shadow, they them kind that you can't see nothing but their eyes and teeth
Yeah,
in the
that's like
dark.
some untouchables in India. They dark like that too.
Yeah, these people are real dark. They look like a shadow in the daytime, dark. Okay, Lord, she don't fell out. Awareness don't fell out.
I don't know if she fell out or she had something to do. I heard her say shit, damn
She might,
motherfucker, some other thing, and then she dropped out.
she might have got a phone call knowing her.
She a busy
But
lady.
it says that let's see here. As I was saying, they were born of the blood that fell to Gaia when he was castrated. Now, they say that there are some archaic and classical representations that show gigantes as man size, and the name that were given to them were hoplites, heavily armed ancient Greek foot soldiers, fully human in form. Later representations after circa 380 BC show gigantes with snakes for legs. In later traditions, the giants were often confused with other opponents of the Olympians, particularly the Titans, an earlier generation of large and powerful children of Gaia and Uranus.
So they
It
were
says,
powerful gladiators
yeah,
in
yeah,
gladiator school.
yeah. And they were saying that basically the vanquished giants were said to be buried under volcanoes and to be the cause of volcanic eruptions and earthquakes. So if they got beaten, they were buried under a damn volcano.
Well, the people before TV, they had to think something.
Well, that is true. That is true. Hold on, I'm trying to check my notes, y'all. Y'all forgive me, because I be doing the most.
Well, while she's doing that, it's incredible how the human imagination can, tap into the reality of the past. You know what I mean? And even how the past and all its limitations and lack of technology and so forth could tap so far into the future off of pure imagination. And being that we have more technology now, we got less imagination. But thank goodness there's still some people that, can connect it up and do
Right.
shit like this.
Would you say, Navi said that just didn't sound right, Gaia and Uranus.
You gotta say it the proper way, Uranus. You gotta say it like that so it don't sound so, Beavis and Butthead.
You know what? You can go ahead with the proper enunciation. I have a Texas hood tongue and it says Uranus.
Uranus.
You can say Uranus or whatever you want to.
It
Let's
sounds
say
real
Uranus.
like.
And Gaia and Uranus. Yeah, that didn't sound right. You're right, Navi. It didn't sound right. But I'm going to use that joke later. You're right. I'm going to use that.
Well, shit make grass grow, Navi. So, hey, it sounds pretty decent to me.
I'm going to use that later because I have a twisted sense of humor. It says that the name Gigantus is usually taken to imply earthborn. And it says it's explicitly having to do with the giants being the offsprings of Gaia. According to Hesiod, Gaia mating with Uranus. That don't sound right either. But
Uranus.
they bore many children. The first generation of Titans, the Cyclops, and the 100-handers.
And the underhanders, that sounds perverted.
Not underhanders, 100-handers.
The 100-handers, that sounds perverted too. What they doing with all them goddamn hands? They filling up somebody.
That's what it seemed like. Could you imagine being groped by that? You'll never slap all them damn hands.
Yeah, it seemed like a lot of YouTube cats on here want to be that 100-hand motherfucker.
A lot of them are.
Trying to look up somebody's skirt and touch him virtually, all kind of shit.
But look at this. It says that this is another twist on it. It says Uranus hated his children. That sounds like a few dudes around here.
Mm-hmm.
It says he hated his children, and as soon as they were born, he imprisoned them inside Gaia, causing her much distress. And so Gaia made a sickle of adamant, which she gave to Cronus, the youngest of her Titan sons, and hid him, presumably still inside her body, to wait in ambush for his daddy. And when his daddy came to lie with Gaia, Cronus castrated his father, and then the bloods that gushed forth.
Navi.
What did Navi say? It's official. I'm not going to heaven or hell. I will be here on earth forever.
No, the next one. She said if they fell out of Uranus, I'd be mad too.
She got jokes tonight. Oh God. It says that after the blood hit her, they gushed forth. She conceived, and as the seasons moved round, she bore the great giants. From these same drops of blood, also came Uranus and the Meli.
You know who this sound like here? And you know, black people watch way too many motherfucking movies, but it's okay. All this right here sounds like Godzilla in them, yo.
It showed the what you say, Navi little shits. True. But this is the thing that came. There was a whole bunch of things that were born from this union that they were, they was getting it in. The Uranus are the Furies, and the Meli are the ash tree nymphs. So apparently, she had some nymphs as well.
Yo, this sounds, man. Man. I got a
Oh,
buzz, but
this
there's
is
certain things I want to say that I
gross.
can't say because we not doing that series yet.
This is gross, man. I can't even see the other word of it, but it says something about something white from the severed genitals of Uranus falling into the sea, resulted in the white foam from which Aphrodite grew.
The semen,
Mm, mm.
the semen out of Uranus.
You know what? That don't even sound right.
No, it don't.
That don't sound right at all. This is really perverted, man.
That's not kosher.
No, no. But this is supposedly this white foamy stuff on the water
Them
is
Greek people
where
are freaky as hell, bro.
okay, but this white foamy stuff is where Aphrodite, and you notice when they picture her coming up out of the ocean,
Yeah, she
she's
coming
hot.
out the sea foam. Yeah, the sea
Yeah, she
foam.
coming up out of this foam, dog. I'm like, but she was supposed to be beautiful. That says
Like
something
a
about.
lotus flower.
I'm gonna leave that alone because it say that it does sound.
Navi, that ain't right.
Mm 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 mm.
I
Mm.
didn't say it. The people them from the Greek era said it, yo. I'm just translating it for American English today.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, this is some crazy. This is some crazy stuff, man. This is some crazy stuff. But I got a little bit more on the symbolism of it, and then we're gonna get into some discussion. He said I was going to say the kids like mountains and crevices and things. He said they like
Lord
mountains,
and Jesus.
like mountains and crevices. I need to take my brain out the gutter. I really do. It says the myth
It's
of
these Greek people doing that. Not.
Navi, ain't none of us good. That's a whole neat trick for us to be good. You know how we do it over here. But it
We
says
stay balanced.
it says the historically the myth of giants and titans may reflect the triumph of the new imported gods of the invading Greek speaking people from the north, circa 2000 BC, over the old gods of the existing people of the Greek peninsula. For the Greeks, the giants represented a victory for order over chaos, the victory of the divine order and rationalism of the Olympian gods over the discord and excessive violence of the earth-born chthonic giants. More specifically, for 6th and 5th century BC Greeks, it represented a victory for civilization over barbarism, and as such was used by fighters of Phidias on the metopes of whatever, and the shield of Athena.
Mean Dean, right now we are reading Old Greek Pornhub.
Yeah, Yeah, well, they did say that the Greeks were, the Greeks and the Romans, they had all orgies and mess. They were very sexual people.
Yeah, they was freaky deaky, boy.
Man, they got it in. But yeah, Navi, it is very interesting, which is why I say, I'm such a nerd because I love reading things like this. It interests me. I've always been interested in Greek mythology and just mythology in general. And as I got older, the mythology, I could relate it to real life and
Girl, no wonder them
personalities and
folk crazy.
personas. What you say, Shereen?
I said no wonder them folk crazy.
Hey, when you be crazy if you had to ride into land on a a wave of semen?
Yeah, from Uranus. Yeah, definitely.
You gonna keep on throwing it up. That's some nasty shit. I'm sorry.
I
I need
need
a
to
drink.
make this shit up. Listen, nobody said to Shree that today you're gonna be saying this crazy ass shit right here. Okay? Nobody told me that. I'm hearing
Look,
it off of the books of these other motherfuckers here. I'm just repeating what the fuck they say.
look, I made it a point to let everybody involved on the panel know ahead of time what we were gonna be talking about. I gave y'all time
You
to prepare.
listen, you was not specific about Uranus and the semen and all this other fly shit where Aphrodite is laying her damn titty. You ain't talk about none of that shit before. I probably would have been like, I might have to mute up the whole time and not be surprised by this. But I'm surprised right now, so we gonna talk about it.
So you trying to say I'm the only one to do this research? So when I give y'all the names, y'all don't even look it up?
I look up some of it. I looked up the basilisk.
What in the hucklebuck hell?
I don't want to be. Sometimes I like to be surprised. That's what makes my dipshitism so fresh.
Well, let me ask you something, Miss Dipshit.
Yes,
Are you entertained?
I'm the entertainer, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
entertained. This is fresh right here. I love this shit.
Okay. You said I didn't say nothing. I didn't say anything. Look,
She was
I
trying to
am
get us to say
not.
the name like Beavis and
I didn't
Butthead.
name these people. I'm just reading what they wrote. I
Yo,
did the research, people. I didn't name these people.
remember when you was like in the third grade and we had to say the 9 planets, and every time we got to you, motherfuckers just cracked up for 30 minutes.
Yeah, we did have a lot of giggles when it came to Uranus, especially those of us that those of us that knew what an anus was.
I see.
See what?
He.
What am I what am I supposed to see?
I guess see us.
What you say, Shree?
I guess she talking about us.
Oh, yeah, Fee, I do see. I see some. We had a discussion earlier.
Oh,
I
see,
do
I'm not
see.
even in it. See,
Yeah, you were in a discussion. I'll tell you later. I don't think you want to know right now.
maybe
I had
I
a
should be
feeling.
typing in the chat. See,
Next episode, twerking in high places. You know what, Navi? That is a good title. Do
oh
you mind
shoot,
if I borrow it?
Greek twerking in high places.
No, 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 no. This is going because remember, this is the finale. We gonna go into some angels.
Oh yeah, they gonna be twerking in high places for real, for real.
That's what I said. Does she mind if I borrow that title? Because I kind of like that one, twerking in high places. I'm sure there
We
was some
going
twerking going
straight,
on somewhere.
yo. We going straight to the 7 levels of hell and the 7 levels of heaven. I'm telling y'all, she put that in the title.
Look, I already got a reservation for hell. Maybe
And then
this
we
is
gonna be chilling in purgatory for a long fucking time because don't nobody want us after this.
look. I'm thinking I'm gonna get a better room if I go on and do it the right way. Ain't no sense in half-assing.
We
If
gonna
you're
end
gonna
up
do
like them
something, do it
two
all the
angels.
way.
We gonna end up like them two angels in Dogma that ended up in Wisconsin for the rest of eternity and shit.
I feel like I'm gonna end up like the that movie Michael with John Travolta when he Michael was down here on Earth and started losing his feathers and shit.
Oh shit.
smoking cigarettes and getting drunk. I figure that's gonna be me. But yeah, butting heads with bulls and shit when you get drunk. Yeah, that's gonna be me.
I tell you, I'm gonna be high in the corner with servers, man.
I'll keep on telling you, you can't be sitting at the gate. If you gonna do it, don't half-ass it. Go on
Yo,
in.
yo, you know to be dope. If me and Cerberus is sitting at the gate, right, and we smoking a spliff, and then Jeepers come through and be like, "Yo, why you ain't saving enough for me, my niggas?" And then we all just be sitting there chilling and shit, like everybody. That'll be dope.
So tell me, if you gonna hang with Jeepers, if Jeepers walk on in, you gonna follow him?
Hell yeah, I'ma follow Jesus because he gonna walk in hell and destroy the shit with his every footstep. So yeah, fuck yeah, I'ma
How
be
you
coming.
know he gonna
I'ma
destroy?
make
He
sure I
may
get
be
the fuck
down
out
at a
with Jesus.
party.
Jesus is my get out of jail card. I go, hey, let's go, Jesus. If Jesus
Look,
is who he say he is, and I ain't talking about Jesus up the block that owned the fucking bodega. I'm talking about the real Jesus. If that motherfucker real and he could come to the gates of hell and smoke a spliff with me and Cerberus, hell yeah, if he want to walk in, that motherfucker will walk with him. Cause what the fuck Cerberus gonna do? Cerberus gonna be like, well, you was in here already and almost destroyed the place, and I'm gonna be fucking straight. So you go do what the fuck you want to do, and then bring the
look.
homegirl back to burn some more.
Okay, so he came the first time and he shot up the club. Okay, but who say he gonna come and break it up this time? He may be coming down there to the party. We may be running short on some bleachers, brew. You know, he came down there and touched it. You know, hey, but you know, I don't think
That's
we're gonna because Fee gonna be there, so we ought to have a good supply of bleach brew.
and that's all right. And then when he leave, I'ma leave with him.
No, 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 you're not leaving. That's what service is there for. He lets them in, but he don't let them out.
Listen, I told you if I walk in there with Jesus, I'm walking out with Jesus, man. And then I'ma chill in the corner with Cerberus again outside the gate. I'm not leaving
You
him.
know what?
I'm just gonna be at
I'm
the
gonna
gate.
you know, I'm gonna leave you with that since you are so adamant on that on that statement. I'm gonna leave you with that, but
You
don't be
supposed to be at the
surprised.
gate with me. What you talking about?
I ain't gonna be in the gate. I'm going in the party. Hell, I got a reservation. The hell you mean?
All right, I'm gonna look through the window sometime. I'll come in there and chill out for a second, and now I'm gonna come back out with Cerberus.
Yeah, you come. You go ahead. Don't be surprised from hell. You lift up your eyes.
But we already in hell, so what the difference?
True. True that. True that. You know that has been my theory for a very long time. We're already in hell. I mean, if
At least I get to see the other side. I get
you
to
know.
see the sunlight shining every once in a blue. I ain't got to be in the cold ass hell all the time partying.
That's that now that you bring that up and we know that hell is cold and not hot, I might have a problem because I don't do well in cold weather.
See, that's why I'm at the gate. God damn it! Come on, man. You
Shit, if
gotta
it's
be.
cold inside, it's cold at the damn gate, and the gate is where the breeze
It
blows through.
ain't
What
that
the hell you
cold at the
mean?
gate. We get to see the sunlight. It ain't as cold. We got the gear. We chilling with service. He hot and shit. He big. We can chill up under him while we bunning. Come on, man. Don't be like that.
Now we say, why does she see Jeepers high quoting Genesis and moonwalking across the credit? That is a vision. That is a visual. That is a straight visual.
Oh
Okay,
shit.
that is a straight visual. Especially after she saw the Basilics walking on water. Ooh, I'm totally sure Nabi's got the good stuff tonight. I'm so sure. I'm so sure. But anyway, guys, we have reached that time in the evening. We are at the hour and a half mark about, and we try to keep this about an hour. So right now we're gonna make our announcements, and we're gonna get up out of here. I want to thank everybody for dropping in the Indigo's house and getting comfortable and sitting with us acting a fool and discussing these mythical creatures. I want to thank y'all for all the support that y'all have given me in previous broadcasts of the mythical creatures. Look forward to going into Angels and Demons, where we will be somewhere in there using the title Twerking in High Places.
These people gotta trust me more with Cerberus, man.
Oh Lord, here we go.
We gonna talk about these demons that I don't have to see because I'm chilling with Cerberus at the gate.
Oh Lord, here we go. We want to let everybody know to please like, share, and subscribe, y'all, if you haven't already. And please support. If you like this kind of content, if you like this kind of environment, laid back, talking, laughing, and chilling, support, y'all. $ Blues Indigo. Please visit www.houseindigoblues.com. And please remember that this was sponsored by Blitch's Brew, okay, by Master Fundi Fee. Please visit www.masterfundifee.com, where if you use the code INDIGO, you can receive 15% off site-wide your purchase, okay? Y'all visit. She is our international sage supplier to supply all your esoteric needs and otherwise, and you can be a healthy wino while you doing it. All right. We
Yeah.
do have a class coming up next month, as I mentioned before. The class is called Chromotherapy. That is the working title right now, Chromotherapy, where we will be discussing colors. That's all I'm gonna give you. We're gonna be discussing colors.
Don't give
And
no more.
no, I'm not giving no more. Next thing I'm giving is that the price of the class will still be $10. Feel free to pre-register your place in class. I will be coming up with a date over the weekend to get that set. Get your spaces. We have limited spacing we had limited spacing in the last class. We're going to have limited spacing in this class as well. This will be a private Facebook Live. When you reserve your spot and you send your donation for the class to $Blues Indigo, please let me know what your name is on Facebook. I do not share that information. Please let me know what your name is on Facebook and friend me on Facebook, as my name is Indigo. I am free. That's one word. I am free. That way I can get that notification out to you and make sure your seat is registered and stuck there so I can see you there. I love y'all. Y'all like fam up in here. You know how we do it. We gonna get up out of here. Is there anything else that you need to say, Shri? Is there anything that I have forgotten?
I just want to say thank you very much, and everybody have a good night. And maybe there's something else I got to say, but I can't remember right now. So I'm gonna get off the panel, and if I forget, if I remember later, I'll say it later. Okay?
All
Love
right, y'all.
you, sis.
As you love you too, sis. As usual, we still gonna have this on Thursdays between the hours of 7 and 8. I'm gonna try to get it to where I can send up the notification ahead of time and let everybody know. We will still be having this on Thursday, but we will be going into our Angels and Demons series next week on Thursday. All right, y'all. I'm finna get out of here. It was good having y'all here. Y'all made me laugh. Y'all made me smile. As usual, self-love is key, y'all. Love yourself or you can't love nobody else. And can't nobody else love you because you haven't shown them how. People love you according to how you love and respect yourselves. All right? Peace, y'all. I'm out. See you next time.